Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you already my channel, please sure to subscribe, hit that bell button so you can not find an upload to video. If you already my channel, hi, welcome. If you are new to the channel, welcome back. So today's video, this is going to be my first review on the William Williams the movie and the documentary. I'm not going to review the documentary, but I'm going to review on the movie. If you guys know who William Williams, she is like the most famous talk show host, talk about celebrities and drama, and invite celebrities to perform on the show. And before she did a talk show, she was actually a radio host for many years, from the 80s up to the 90s, 2000s area. She did a talk show host on Hot 97, Kiss FM, and whatever, stuff like that. Basically, it's about, if you guys saw when the movie is on Lifetime, and then the show reruns every day, all day, every day, do other movies. Basically, it's about Wendy Williams, about her life, what she was up to, her life growing up in the 70s, and how she wanted to be a talk show. Not a talk show, but a radio host, but she wanted to basically be all of the celebrities' business. And that is about how she met her ex, soon to be ex. This movie is about 2 hours long. I wish this should make like a little series, like a mini series, like a 2 hour movie. I feel like it was rushed between, but it was a good movie. I feel like it should show more. I feel like they should show when she was in high school, when she was in high school, or the college she went to, how she got up to like a radio business, like industry. So basically, the movie is started from the beginning in 1970s, where she was a little girl. Then she from New Jersey, up in New York, upper class area they had made to do that everything for them. It was a nice house, and that's when she was a big chubby girl, because she was overweight. That's when her parents had her doing a diet, like tuna fish and water. And it's like, y'all over here body shaming your own daughter for being overweight. Like, that's not her fault. And that's what the father was like, oh, you are beautiful. I feel like it's better if you lose some weight. Like, who does that? Y'all over here pressuring your daughter, a little girl, to lose some weight. Okay, that's ridiculous. I said it didn't mean no harm, but it's like, I would never say that about my daughter. That's low self-esteem. So that's when this get forward up to she was, I think, more to like an adulthood. No. I'm sorry, I skipped the lines. I'm all over the place. No, that's when they went to the little girl's birthday party, whatever. I think that's when they was playing like musical chairs, something like that. Musical chairs. That's so much fun to do if you're a kid. You know. I think that's when playing musical chairs. I think that's when she sat in a chair. When he sat in a chair, that's when the girl, she got mad. That's, oh, it's my birthday, like a little spoiled brat. And the girl is white, so the white girls get spoiled. Then that's when she sat in a chair. That's when the chair broke. That's when everyone was laughing at her. That's when the mother left because they was pissed that they were laughing at her instead of laughing at the birthday girl. Whatever. The mom got mad. I don't know why, but she felt embarrassed. Something like that, bitch. I don't care. Then that's when, what happened? Oh, like Hot 97? Yeah, Hot 97. That's when she started doing like hosting and whatever. She started hosting parties and DJing. Then that's when she started doing like cocaine, crack cocaine, so it could help her, be more focused, stay on track, and all that type of stuff. And if you like a coke and crackhead, I mean, y'all don't do that. Don't do drugs. Stay out of crack. Stay out of cocaine because it's not good for you. That's a bad habit. It's addicting. And that's what she was addicted to doing it for many years. So that's when she met this dude, which he was a singer, a songwriter, or a rapper. He was like a one-hit wonder named Ricky Tony, which I did look up his name, but his name wasn't even there. But the dude that she said that raped her passed away. But that's when they went to the hotel. She went to his hotel. He invited her to the hotel, and that's when he took the towel off because he was taking a shower. And that's when she felt uncomfortable. She said, "Well, I'm not going to do it." And that's when he told her, "Shh." And that's when he forced his penis up inside her vagina area. And that's when he started date raping her. What bad thing to call it date rape. And that's when it was like, alright, I think that's when he went to adulthood and she got raped. Alright, so after the whole rape situation, the whole crack situation, then that's when she went to go to the bathroom. That's when some woman didn't recognize her and saying, "Hey, Wendy, you know this and that and this and that." Da, 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 da. I can't remember what she said. She said, "Oh, really?" I think it was something about somebody got like, gonna have sex and stuff like that. Cause you feel like a lot of celebrities like dirty secrets to some tea, whatever. And I said, "Oh, okay." That's when she posted about the radio that she working at. And someone she's like, "Oh, you can't be saying that. Da 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 da. You want to get fired." And that's when she was like, "What? Are you serious? I can do that. Everybody loves me doing that." I think that's when she got fired or whatever. That's when she got fired. That's when she, oh, they should go home and make some babies or whatever. I think that's when she transferred to another. One thing I forgot to mention, nobody didn't like her because all the celebrities didn't like Wendy Williams because she was talking about them every single day and they got tired of her. That's why they started calling her, harassing her, threatening her, saying they're going to beat her up. I think that's when the total tried to jump her, but then Kevin basically said, "Hey, you're not going to jump her, leave her alone." So that's what happens. And again, I forgot to mention that the reason why the rental car was totaled because he forgot to return the car some time, whatever, to Wendy to go to work. That's when her credit was messed up. So that's why her car was messed up and she was about to get arrested. And that's when she went there. She went there for like 2 weeks, sitting there always for 2 freaking weeks. But look at this person. She was like on vacation as she feel her for her. And that's when she started doing a lot of business, spilling a lot of tea on celebrities and stuff like that. And everybody was loving it, like loving it. She was going to see on Charlamagne the God, Puff Daddy saying he's gay, and singing group called Total. Like, basically, she was going in, especially the whole, y'all know about the Mariah Carey situation, the Judge Mathis visiting show, which I don't know they had beef whatever. And on this with Whitney Houston, if y'all know this our conversation, y'all would definitely know that was iconic. Okay, that was very iconic. That's when she said one day that she was no, I'm scared. No, no. That's when she went to like a little party or whatever. And that's when she met like her future husband, aka her ex husband, Kevin Hunter at a DJ party. She dated one of the DJ called like Kevin Ben, stuff like that. I don't know if I put his name right here. And right that's when she dated his rapper, and that's when they started dating whatever couple of months. And that's when she started using money on him for the rental car, and she was doing late for work. She mind you, she doesn't be late on time. She does not like being late. Which is saying I don't like to be late. I like to be dressed up, be on time to go to work or school or whatever it can be. I like to be on time for everything. So that's when she started getting mad. She started getting confused and frustrated, panicking, and whatever. That's when she got the keys. That's when she went to work because somebody said, "Hey, they're on the way to arrest you for this and that." That's when she called the guy. She said, "We're over, done. F you, da 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 da." That's when she broke up with him. That's when he was using her for sex. Like, she was always like a booty call, a sex toy, which I hate that. So that's when she went to the club. That's when she started doing this. She said she had a husband. Her husband, which she not gonna mention, which didn't last like a couple of like 5 months of marriage. So they broke up, and that's when she started dating this cousin, Kevin Hunter. And the guy who played Kevin Hunter, He looked just like the real kind of hunter. Even the lady who played Wendy, not Wendy, Wendy Williams, she looked like she did an amazing job. Her name was Sierra Payton. She did an amazing job. And that's when they started dating. It went on a couple of months. Everything was so good. She started falling in love with them. And you know, whatever the usual relationships, whatever. Then that's when she went to get pregnant. Mind you, she got pregnant by the rapper, but she ended up got an abortion because she wanted to be pregnant alone, raising them, being a single mother without Jews, without mom in the picture. She's having infertility problems. She had a miscarriage within 6 or 7 weeks along, and then she had two other miscarriages. She had two 5 month pregnancy miscarriages. She had a miscarriage and she had a stillbirth. Another 5 months, it was a girl, which that's kind of sad. And that's when the doctor said, "Well, your cervix is weak. No need to carry baby alone. We need to like be on bed rest for a couple months." And it's when she can still work from home, but she can't be on her feet a lot because if she does that, then baby's gonna be too heavy for her cervix, and it should cause another miscarriage, which she didn't want it to happen. Which I don't know how she did that. She sat in the bed, house quarantined for a whole 9 months. Pictures of him, and imagine he's like super good looking. He's like a year older than me. He's about to turn 21 this year. I'm about to turn 20, so it's crazy. So that's when one day she was in the hospital. Not in the hospital, she gave birth, but a couple months later, she was at home watching the baby sleeping, and she noticed her husband was in the bed with her. I think she went to the room trying to check what's going on or whatever, and then that's when she saw overhear him on the phone with some lady saying, "Yeah, shorty, I got you." Da, 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 da. That's when he knew that he was cheating. Mind you, he is a serial cheater. He cheated the whole time she was pregnant. Throughout the whole marriage, this way things get a little some tea, okay? A little bit some tea. So that's when the whole entire marriage, she's staying with a man who was like emotionally abusive, manipulative, narcissist, and he cheated on her throughout the whole marriage, and had an affair with this lady that she saw one day because she was getting very suspicious. Everything was going good, and that's in one day. Fast forward to 2016. No, 2008. That's when she had her own reality show. Her husband was the manager. Like, I don't understand how your husband's a manager, but he's a serial cheater. Make it make sense. That's when 2008. That's when they're trying to get her to a talk show host. That's when the Wendy Williams show started. And with a talk show host, that's when it all began in 2008. Fast forward to 2016. And then with 10 years later, 2016, that's when every. I know you guys are tired of me talking, but it is like watching documentary. It made me realize that she chose the wrong dudes to date with. It's just like she chose these thugs, these bad boys, thing that's so attractive. I don't understand why women think dating a guy who's a thug, who's on drugs and getting all these things to cute. And y'all playing a victim and y'all putting hands on you, threatening you, stuff like that. It just like y'all gotta be careful who y'all be dating with, because dating thugs is not cute. It's not gonna get you nowhere. Because you might have a date with him and he want child support. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And watching the documentary and she's crying, she's hurt, it's really affecting her. And it's just like that's sad. She needs a therapist. Always doing interviews on TV is not going to help. She needs therapist. It's nothing wrong seeking therapy if you're emotionally unstable, if you're crying, upset, or hurt, dealing with pain, you need to go see a therapist. Take pictures of everything. I'm talking about everything. Take pictures of the nurse, not the nurse, take pictures of the house and everything. And the house was like maybe about like 10 miles, which is about like 10 minutes away from the crib, just the neighborhood. She found it out because like they was having relationship problems, and like she asked Charlamagne the guy that she was close with at the time to ask where her husband at, where different parties at. Mind you, they couldn't even look up, because it feels so bad for her. It feels so bad for them because he is a bully, whatever. So that's when she went to the house with the PI, and as she said, stay clear, stay here, stay on the cover, da da da. And that's when she like took pictures of her phone. The house is beautiful. Even in real life, the house is beautiful, anyways. So that's when she took pictures. That's when she super glued the mailbox, and she like sprayed, oh, Kevin and Wendy forever. And I'm like, you could do all that. I would like damage his clothes, like knock out all his trash cans, knock out everything, perfect his car, saying F you, you spending all my money. Mind you, he spent all of her money on the mistress with clothes, shoes, everything. And it's like, that's crazy. You could spend all of your wife's money on your mistress, really, on cars and everything. Like, why even got your own money? Like, you can't use your own money, but you can use your wife's money, spend all her money, her savings, her checks, paychecks, on the side chick. That's crazy. So that's when she felt humiliated, she felt hurt, which everybody would do because they felt so hurt, which they were so loyal to somebody for many, 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 many years, gave her children, and that's when you could do this to her. Like, that's crazy. Now, come to find out, she was pregnant. Like, she didn't find out until she went to rehab, and that's when it was crazy. So she went to rehab after she collapsed. So October, if you guys know, she fallen, collapsed on stage. She fainted on stage. October 2018. Mind you, I was at school, and that's when in Southern High School, they was on my junior year, and that's when everybody was making memes about her. Like, I used to watch her on the weekends, on the big days, daily, and that's when she had this Statue of Liberty costume on. That's when she fainted. They said that she was overheated or dehydrated or whatever. That's when she that caused her to collapse. And that's when everybody else was so scared. I was like, oh my god, are you okay? That's why I felt bad for her. But everybody was making memes about her. It was so messed up. So that's when she was like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good. And that's when her husband, she came back on and started husband show again. That's when her husband said, I'm gonna send you to rehab. Because she was drinking a little bit. She was drinking a little bit. And that's when, alright, that's what I forgot. In the early years when she was dating Kevin, she quit doing coke for a couple of days. That's when she done quit. Fast forward to now. That's when she went to rehab because her husband sent her to rehab. The only reason why she sent her to rehab is because the mistress was having his baby, a baby girl, which Wendy was so upset because she felt like she could have his girl, the one that died after she gave birth to a baby girl, which that was so messed up. And that's when she started blaming him for his issues and da da da. Which it is his fault. Like, you caused her to go to the mental hospital because rehab, because you put her into a mental state where she's exhausted, she's tired, she's stressed about the marriage, and it's just like you caused her so much pain, you hurt her, and you just don't care. You blaming her like she's the issue, she's the problem. It's That's not the case. You're the problem. You're the one that cheated her about the whole marriage. You don't care about her, so and you verbally abuse it to her, even back behind the scenes. That's when everybody say you remain you're a bully. You be like slam like some watch, some Apple Watch on her desk while the focus on the show. It was just too much. So that's when she filed for a divorce back in 2019. So she is single. I don't know if the divorce is filed yet, but she did file for divorce. And that's when she started focusing on life. And it was just the whole movie. It was good, but I feel like it should have been could have been more that happened because here, well, she was in high school, her college years, like how she became a radio host. Like we missed some stuff like that. And that's when we saw the documentary. The whole documentary was a mess because it was a mess. She was crying, and it was like her family was there, her mom was there before she passed away, and her brother was there. She probably was months before, and that's when her and her brother are into some drama. I was gonna do a video on her versus her brother situation, but I was like, nah, let me mind my business. That's what I'm gonna do a video on, but whatever. And yeah, so if you guys comment down below what you guys think about the Wendy Wilson movie. Was it good? Did you guys like it? I personally like it. It was a good movie. I feel it could have been more better. In documentary, it was good. I feel like documentaries are way better because you guys hear the true side of the stories about what happened, what the events and to this and that. But I feel like Wendy she could have been the narrator too instead of the woman who played her in the movie. So if you guys watching today's video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. Bye guys.